Audio on. Yeah? Video. Hey everybody, welcome to Massive Chalice Teamstream number 27. We've been doing this for a while. It's pretty cool.
It's been a couple episodes.
It's been a couple episodes.
Yeah, we were like 2 seasons in.
Yeah.
Like
We would totally be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe even more, right? If it was like, if this is like an HBO show,
Yeah.
and let's be honest, it's basically like an HBO show, we'd be well into the third season, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Third season's about to wrap up. Hey, I'm joined here with by my favorite Derek Brand. I thought about it. I don't know any other Dereks except for Derek Jeter. And I don't really even know the
okay.
I don't really know the guy. I just know of
I
the
wouldn't
guy.
blame you if you liked Derek Jeter better. Derek Jeter better.
Anthony told me that he likes Derek Jeter more than you.
That's okay.
So
That's a true fact.
also joining me
Anderson.
as always, Anthony Vaughn on the Wheels of Steel.
Howdy do.
Grabbing your chat questions. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat, and then we'll answer them.
If I can hear them from all the way down here.
Anthony's a little bit salty because we've relegated him to Red Couch, which is lower and farther away. I'm sorry.
I don't like change, Brad.
I'm
We
sorry.
talked about it.
I know. Maybe
I'm like
next
a cat
time.
in a new house.
Maybe next time we can have we can make a giant high chair and we can put you in it so you're elevated.
I can bring
for the
my
next
swing
one.
in from home.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
You have one of those? Interesting.
I got a few.
All right, great. Hey, we're going to jump in. We've been working on the video game. We sent out a pretty fat update. There's some other things that weren't in that I thought we could talk about. And we have Derek here because thought we would start out with a barn burner, the wonderful world of icons.
Let's say what?
So, icons. How do you feel
there's
about
a-
icons? There's a lot of them in
I've
the
had
game.
my fill for now.
Yeah. Okay. So, so you just busted out this sheet of icons that we have here, and so these are all
Yeah.
the research ones.
Right.
And I really like that, fitting the super graphic style of the game. We decided to make them all just monochromatic, so that they're all very. Would you describe them as monochromatic?
Yeah, for sure.
Or
yeah, black and white or
Yeah.
whatever.
But
Two-tone.
If two-tone.
Yeah.
I like that because now it feels like it's second wave ska. That's what
I
we're
guess it's like more-
enjoying.
yeah.
The specials. These icons are brought to you by the specials. Yeah, so there are just a ton of things in the game that you have to research. You'll see these are actually in the game, so we'll see them a little bit later. But yeah, do you want to say anything about them? I thought it would be cool for people to
There's
just
some
see
cool
them
ones.
and talk about them. We also came up with some language of this up arrow being the upgrade.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
we have the upgrade
so
and the-
clever. I feel so clever that we
we totally invented
and
that.
yeah, we
Yeah.
basically
We also
invented
invented
that
the
one.
plus for the health pack.
Yeah, the plus for the health pack as well. That's on here somewhere. Yeah, so this is a plus, and then you've got a double plus for the super health potion. We're basically the best game makers, game developers on the planet, I guess. What are the other things that we have on
Chad
here?
likes the time pants icon.
Oh yeah, so some of the things down here.
Oh, yeah.
We have some.
Yeah, you do.
We have some. Also, we should point out that this might look a little bit blurry, but these are all. You did them as what's the right word? As paths.
Yeah, they're vector.
They're all vector
yeah,
art.
Yeah.
So they should scale, and so this is just like a rendering of that vector art, and that's why it looks
yeah,
like
it's
a little.
contact sheet
Uh,
thing.
yeah, a little not awesome. But in the game, they will look super sharp and crisp and awesome. But yeah, we have a bunch of items in the game that we're still not sure what we're gonna name them, because they're basically we didn't really have scope to make sure that the item selection that you have on the hero is represented on them visually. So we
Yeah.
want to come up with things that would actually be under their armor, or things that are sort of minor that would that give them an ability or boost them. So this is the item that makes your hero immune to the aging effects of the wrinkler, and
Yeah, it
and
does.
it's and so we what was it before? It was a belt or something.
Yeah,
We're
it was a belt, yeah.
If it's a belt, you should be able to see the belt, and we can't do that. So we're like, what if it's underwear?
Yeah.
And then it's just here's your time
Those look
underwear.
like the shorts that came with that swing I was going to bring in. It's a little thematically appropriate, I think.
This one, so this was interesting. This is the level. This is a boost to just let all of your heroes get XP faster. And this actually had an XP inside of the diamond, and we were like, for localization, we need to rip that out because we didn't actually do the research on this one. I don't know. I don't know if XP is
safe.
general, But yeah, it's playing itself safe. The
Yeah.
+1 with the little upgrade thing on there, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's what happens when the guys level up. So cool. That
True
makes
fact,
sense.
Yeah,
XP
totally.
in German is 17 characters long.
It probably is.
Yeah,
It probably is. If anybody knows in the chat, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also really like this one up here. This is the Agent Rage potion. Is like so angry.
Angry potion. Yeah.
Super angry. And I think this is my favorite one out of all of them. We have a new thing that it doesn't have a name right now. It's just called Haste Juice, but it's a potion you can use that will add a couple of extra speed. So like the distance that you can move will increase for a few rounds, and it's pretty powerful. Yeah, so we're messing around with all that stuff.
Yeah.
Anything else here?
Easy
Yeah, I don't know.
X10 by the way.
The longevity.
Oh
one was
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
funny.
We'll totally talk about that. Later.
Yeah.
This is you can't really see it, but some of the babies.
Yeah. Over the top
up
there.
here. This is good, right? Is that here's our baby girl icon and here's our baby boy icon. I think this is my favorite thing in the whole video game.
Oh no.
It's not a House Vaughn baby, I can tell you that much.
it's a baby penis. That's what it is. Also, our upgrade arrow. We used, we basically have upgrade arrows all over the place, and we were trying to come up with something. This is the longevity upgrade, right? So it's just skulls down. Skulls down is the upgrade for that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
By
Okay.
the way, we got word in from Easy X10. I'm German and it's XP.
Oh, it's XP. Well,
Kind of anticlimactic, but
what about Italian? Italian, Spanish. What other kind of e-figs? In French.
French.
We've got it all covered.
baby penises and massive chalice confirmed.
Yeah. Oh
is,
yeah, baby
big,
penises.
Big trending chat topic
all
right now.
over the place. The baby penises. So these are the ones. These are the skill icons, and so we have a lot of skill icons that come from items. So that's actually these first ones, and that's just like. It's kind of annoying. It's one of those annoying things where you're gonna see it in the research menu where it's a square, but then in the tactics it's actually in a diamond. So the icon has to be reformatted so that it can fit inside of the diamond that's on the thing. So that's this first, this first set of them. And then these are all and then we have a generic, like this is the attack move kind of thing, just for the basic thing. And then all these other ones, like we have the bees, which come out of the talent tree, this eagle eye. There's just like a ton of these things. I don't know. Were there any of these that you wanted to talk about specifically?
They're all so exciting.
I mean, that's the thing, is that we wanted these all to be like very simple. This one, we're a little bit worried about this one seeming like a bazooka. This is like the knockback
Oh my
one.
god, yeah.
And it
Totally
sort of
looks
looks
like
like a fucking
can't unsee
bazooka.
that now,
Sorry
yeah.
about that. So we might have to change that one. I don't know. But yeah, looking at these, I'm trying to see if there are any that are like, yeah.
Brad, this just in. This is actually a really good idea. Paparanchiev, if I'm pronouncing that right, recommends we rename Haste Juice to be called Supersonic Tonic. That's kind of
Supersonic Tonic. I like it.
And by the way, EasyX10 said the German word is for XP. EP is normal. XP is used, like
Sure.
commonly, but EP is used, and the actual word is Erfahrungspunkte.
Erfahrungspunkte.
Yeah. So we'll have to get Oliver in here
gut.
for confirmation, but
Danke.
yeah. Sorry for mangling your language, Germany. I apologize for that.
These are two of my favorite ones that you did, Derek. This is the follow-up, which is you get an extra shot, and it's very clever that it's an arrow splitting an arrow. And then this one, is the hobbling
That's
shot.
my favorite one.
It's just a boot with an arrow through it.
Son of a.
Super hilarious. I don't know. Yeah, are there any other ones here? I mean, we try to make them like as self-explanatory as
The
possible.
fertilizer one could have been clearer.
Yeah,
but-
this one sort of looks like stink lines coming off a piece of poop.
Yeah.
But that
yeah.
was kind of the idea,
was
that it's a
kind of
fertilizer bomb.
That was
but,
the
like,
art
maybe it
direction
is.
that I was given. I was like, can we make that?
That's
a piece
right.
of
I was
poop?
like, can we just make that a piece of poop with weeds growing out of it? Awesome. And that's actually one of Jeff's favorite things about the alchemist, that he just wants him to be like a bullshit alchemist that's not actually practicing alchemy,
yeah.
that like he's got like a fertilizer bomb that's literally just a piece of poop in a jar, and then a bunch of bees, just stuffs a bunch of angry bees in a jar, and he's like, it's alchemy. Super ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know,
Sweet.
man. Icons, like, they
Yeah.
gotta be done. You
Yeah.
gotta do them.
Yeah.
And when they are bad, they're like really, really bad, and they're crappy. And so, I don't know. We
You
spent
know what
some
these
time
are? These are
on
from Derek Brand, so they're amazing.
making some good icons.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sweet.
Anything else that's been? I feel like most of your work it has been on the animatics, which
Yeah.
we're not quite ready to show those. We're going to show this next time. But a lot of it is like laying out the VO and then like, you know, getting ready to, you know, sort of, those are like our narrative showpieces, I guess, for the game. And there's one of them right in the very beginning of the game, and it's like, you know, sort of sets up the world, and it's got to be really good.
Yeah,
So we're
it's
gonna
gotta be
have you
sweet.
Draw the shit out of that thing.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
You wanna go keep drawing? Go get back.
Yeah, I really do need to do
Any
that.
questions about icons from the chat?
Let's ask. Any questions for D-Rock? I will say that I just deleted the Swedish word for experience.
Oh, someone gave it to you?
Yeah. But you know it's gone forever now.
There's no way to know what it could be.
Exactly. No swearing Muir. That's a good one.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know, Brad, come on.
Sorry, I'm drinking this coffee. A little excited about video games.
Yeah. A lot of love for the icons. Not so many questions. I think when you
cool.
when you bring the brand proof of quality, there are no questions. There's just acceptance of amazingness.
Again, I can't sit here for that.
If you can grab Dan, that would be awesome.
Cool.
So I'm going to jump into our next thing, which is tactical rewards. So playing the game, we realized that we didn't have enough decisions to pull you between when multiple territories get attacked. There wasn't really enough. I don't know. There wasn't enough like risk reward and sort of like things that would pull you towards one decision or another. Is everything okay? Okay. Paul got up. So right here we've got this chart like that we brainstormed. We came up with a bunch of things that
this is great.
we could give you based on just randomly. We can assign one of these rewards to each of the missions that pop up, and then when you're looking at the mission, you're going to see what types of cadence pawns are going to be in there, and then you'll also be seeing the reward that you'll get if you successfully complete that mission. So yeah, I'm just going to rip through these really quickly. So like getting new heroes is kind of a problem. Like sometimes you get stuck with like not enough dudes or ladies. I guess I use dude as the broad
the
sense of
royal
dude. The royal dude. But you know, you can really run out of characters, and so sometimes getting one new hero it can really help you out of a jam. So this will actually tell you, you know, this will give you a random new hero of a random class, a random house. It's also good for like if you really need some new blood to like inject into your bloodlines, and you need like a new character to marry into a family that you've got going. It's really good.
Change
for
up
that
the
as well.
stock.
Yeah.
You know, and we for a long time we didn't. You couldn't get a new hero for many years into research. Like it took a while, and that was a problem, man. So I personally really like that we got that as an option right up front. It saved me a couple times.
Oh, and then also on this chart, you can see the year and the difficulty that stretch across the top. So these are actually kind of under the hood things that you, the viewer, are not really supposed to know about. But these are the breakpoints in the game where new enemies will get introduced and the game will just get harder. We have like 8 discrete times throughout the game where we like ratchet up the difficulty, and so that's like, you know, you really have to make sure that you're performing enough research for new gear, and then also keeping your levels high for your characters throughout the generation so that you're keeping pace with that. So the years, these are actually like the breakpoints that the system uses, and then these difficulties, these are just kind of like arbitrary numbers that are assigned to the year gaps in between those. So from 0 to 30, you're going to be at difficulty 1. From 30 to 60, you're going to be at difficulty 2. Also, welcome to Master Chalice Teamstream 27, Dan McGarry, Senior Programmer. How's it going?
It's going good.
Okay, cool. So you hooked all these up, so I thought we could talk about these.
Yeah.
So getting a new hero. So this is a random class, and then you can see like as the difficulty of the game ratchets up, the level of that hero will increase. So if you're getting it, you know, after year 185, it's going to be like a level 6 to 8 hero, which is pretty powerful.
Pretty
like
good.
that's actually going to really help out your dudes. The next one is adopting a baby, and you see this one just has a bunch of dashes as you go through the years. And that one, because the babies are trained as they are raised. So this is a age 0 baby.
Level 1 baby.
A level 1 baby. You'll give it to, you'll place it into a keep, and then that family will raise it, and then it will actually, hopefully, as long as you're doing okay on the XP curve of the game, that baby will come out and be pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm.
We're about here. Enemy kills awarded.
babies.
This one is a little bit awkward, but we're still looking for the right contextualization of this one, but essentially,
I like my collateral damage.
the collateral damage. Yeah, you just get like additional kills. So we're sort of using kills or like the bodies of the pawns that you kill. Whoa, Chad
There's
just
Chad.
appeared in this document.
Chad's gonna
Did you
start
see that?
changing shit.
That was amazing. Chad, please don't change things in this
He's gonna
document.
change the year.
Yeah, is he gonna update it? That would be amazing. But basically, like once you have enough kills, say like, oh, you can see him right here. He's cruising around. That's Chad Dawson. Now he's down here.
This is a good idea for a game. Oh,
Hey, Chad. Cool. Oh, so as you actually like kill enemies, you'll have to kill, say, like enough. What do we call those guys? Seeds. Those initial guys, seeds. You have to kill like 25 seeds until you unlock the haste juice research. And so with this, you could be like, oh, maybe you don't need the other reward, but this will give you like 5 additional kills towards that goal, and that will pull you towards it if it's a research that you wanted. The next one is a reduction in research. Oh, also on the enemy kills there, these go up as the game goes up because the later technology requires a lot more kills. So we wanted that to remain relevant throughout the entire game. This next one is a reduction of your current research. We did this as a percentage. And so the later research will take a lot longer. So I'm not sure if this one will actually feel more powerful as the game goes on. It's also very like, if you're
opportunistic.
It's opportunistic. If your next research is only like 100 days away, you'll be like, not worth it. Yeah, but if it's like 20 years away, it's huge.
Yeah.
And I think that's really good because it will feel a little bit more dynamic, and it'll make the push pull of like whether or not this is worth it a little bit more.
Yeah, I like it.
The next one is a mission bonus for all of the heroes that you send on the mission. They'll get double the XP for completing the mission bonus. That one's really mechanical. I don't know if we're really going to describe that one. It's just going to be like,
we describe it up front, and then we don't really say anything about it later. Yeah.
And then that number is bigger, and you're like,
yeah.
cool.
This one you really notice, though.
And then the next one, is double XP for every kill to each hero.
We might have to tweak that number.
Yeah,
because that number can get big.
It might be a little bit big.
With the keep bonus as well.
Yeah, and one thing that we've noticed is that now that we have all of these like additional ways to get more XP faster, we've just found that XP is a big factor in the game. Like you really need to be making sure that your second generation, third generation heroes are actually leveling up and staying relevant as the game goes on. Because if you find yourself where all of your higher level heroes kind of die out naturally through no fault of your own, really, if you don't have good replacements for them, it can put you in like a really bad situation. Because it's kind of like having your team wiped in XCOM, but having them wiped passively on the strategy layer. So you're like, whoa, it's crazy. Yeah. So you really need to. So we found that XP is
training is very, very important.
Training is really important, and that's why we have all these ways that you can like actually keep up with it through the Crucible. And having a standard that will like train all the heroes, and then all of these things. There's a region bonus that can give you additional XP. There's a global research that can give you additional XP. Random events can give you or take away XP. Yeah. Spoilers.
And enemies too.
And then enemies. Yeah. It can also drain your XP. So we have like all these things. It's a lot to balance, but
But it definitely is like probably the biggest in the late game. It's probably the biggest factor. Like if you haven't been really concentrating on keeping up training,
as these
really
difficulty things pop up, and the new enemies are introduced, it's like you really need to have higher level guys to go against them, or like you're going to be in some serious trouble. Yeah. And this is implemented in the game, so you're going to see this in the game. It's awesome. One other thing before we jump into the video game is the random event UI.
Oh yeah, this is in too, but we didn't get. We're using
a safer build because the build's a little bit unstable right now. But this right here is kind of like our next iteration of the random event screen. And so you're going to see the title up here. So actually, I wish I had the comparison. That would have been really pro, right? Just to pull up what it looks like now.
In the game?
Actually, you'll see it. You'll see it in the game later because we're using the old build. But this is what we want to look at now. So the thing that we want to add is really the right side of the screen. Is that I want to know which heroes are involved in this event so that I can look at their stats and I can click on this guy right here and it'll open up his flag and much like all of the other retinue screens and all the other things.
It definitely helps. I already see it.
It's
helping
really
a lot.
Good, isn't it? It's awesome. And then, so any of the heroes that are directly involved in the event will show up on this list, and you'll be able to quickly check them out. And then we also have this like View Heroes button here that will let you go to the Capitol and sort of go see your entire like retinue. And then that, we have all those sorting options as well, where you can be like, oh, I really, does this guy have a brother?
Yeah.
Be like, oh, this woman, like, does she, it's like a regent. Well, it's like, how many kids do they have? Like, I want to know that.
You can see if it's your last hunter that you're sending on this
See if it's your last hunter. Yeah, lots of things, and it really makes it a lot better to make decisions with. And then so really the left side is sort of like exactly as it is in the game right now, and then this right side is the side that's like totally new, and I think it's going to be really awesome.
Yeah.
The other thing, once you complete it, your results were just displayed like in an OK text box, and it was like, so we want to change the results screen. This might look really similar to what I was just showing you, because it is very similar to what I was just showing you. So again, the right side is the part that's kind of like feels new. It's got all your heroes that are involved. Also, new heroes might be involved here. We have some events where like something really bad happens, and then a couple of your random heroes get injured, like in your retinue, and so they would show up along with the person that's in there, and that's cool. You can see them, and they're like
maybe new characters that you might get,
and new characters that you might get from the event.
That's right.
Which would be cool. And then we also have this big red box right here. We call this the mechanics box, and this was like working with the writers, Max and Nick. They they like writing. The writers.
They're good. I love it. I
really like their stuff. It's turning out so good. Like it's so amazingly great. Like all the weird.
I really like
things that are.
I really like hitting random events now. There's one random event that I just love, and I actually put it on repeat.
Oh yeah, just so it would keep happening.
Can I say which one it is?
The lash?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil these. Okay. Like I do. We've been so open with like so much of the game.
Yeah, but this is content. We can't let's say telling the punchline of a joke.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's very similar, and also they have, we're shooting to have roughly 20 of these from when we initially released the game, and then just like building on that, if afterwards, like because we'll have more that we can just. This is a great place to expand upon the game. I think that we're gonna set it up. Actually, I think we have it set up this way right now, where you run into these roughly once every 15 years. The game is 300 years long, so you'll kind of exhaust all 20 random events as you play the game. When we add more, though, like hopefully we can add a lot more of them, and then each game you'll hit, kind of like a random subset of the entire thing, and I think that'll be really cool. But plus, each one has like a bunch of different choices, a bunch of different results. So even if you hit the same one that you've seen before, I think that it's like
it'll be a very different
pretty
experience.
fun to like make a different choice or make the same choice, expecting the same thing to happen, and then something completely different happens, and you're like, oh crap.
Right.
So yeah, these are shaping up to be very cool, and I'm really excited. But yeah, we're gonna try to keep a lid on most of these things because they are. It is sort of like this is sort of like the narrative meat of the game, and people. We don't want to ruin it for anybody.
Yeah, they're good.
Well, cool. Let's see. Is there anything else that's been going on with that? I think that we're going to jump into the video game.
Cool.
There's a couple
Shirley,
questions.
I've done some.
Oh, there are a couple questions. Shoot.
No, there aren't. Don't call me Shirley. That's an old Shirley joke. Sorry. Right.
Anthony is on his A game today.
Is he?
With that, I mean.
That was his A game?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Get that out of my face. So, so Alabac, too, brings up the idea of, in FTL, there were the blue choices, right? And you always felt like, you pretty much should always just do the blue choices. Yeah. Are we, obviously we don't want that to happen. If we don't get that feel as well, can you talk about what...
Wait, the blue choices were like unique choices?
We chose to just have no blue choices.
Yeah. That's true.
Because I thought that they were very cool from a blue choice in FTL was like, on the bottom. If you had like say there was one where it's like, oh, there's a fire, and if you had a rock man, he was like immune to fire, and you would just be like, send the rock man, duh, like that was, you'd be like, and it was almost always, it was like a bonus choice, but it was a no-brainer whenever it came up.
Right,
you would just sort of be like, blue choice, and you would just press it, and I feel like it was cool that you had these additional things, but and I think they made the right choice of calling it out, being like, hey, this is a unique thing that you don't normally have, but you have it now. But then they had to make it better, I think, and then it sort of overshadowed the other one. So we talked about it briefly. It also, just, you have to write a lot more content for each event because you want to have, the additional choice or choices and then the additional outcomes that come out of that. So we were like, we'd rather just have more events.
Yeah.
Then do that. Yeah, I don't know. It's a cool concept, and I'm sure that there's more there. But you know, we talk about it a lot about how in FTL those you're hitting those things roughly every 2 or 3 minutes, and in Master Chalice you're gonna hit those roughly every 30 minutes or something. Like you're gonna have one, so they're a lot more spaced out. Like the game is not. It's not like a real like super central piece of the.
Right. I was going to say that. I think that was like one of the main pillars of FTL is that system. That's the kind of what you were dealing with most of the time. So if you tailored your group right, or you had that special situation, it felt almost like, oh, I did something right. And like, you know, that's why, and it would really helped you in those situations. So you'd almost gear your guys to try and, you know, get those choices in the events, but. Yeah, ours is more to get you more involved with the characters and kind of give the game more flavor.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So. Any other questions over there? Also, I'm sorry that I made fun of your Shirley joke. I love that joke.
Is amazing. You should apologize to Airplane for that.
Yeah. Also, Leslie Nielsen. I'm really sorry.
Sorry, Leslie. I call him Les.
No, I don't think he is dead.
I think he's dead.
Did he die?
He died.
Did he?
Poor Leslie Nielsen.
Man, you better be right, otherwise.
Sorry,
he's gonna be
Leslie Nielsen's family.
Yeah. Oh, right. So DeepWolf79 asks, do you plan to entice people to make certain bets on their choices, or is it more of just for the role-playing, or the choices there mostly just as a role-playing device?
Oh, a lot of it is we try to make them fairly obvious that like the risk reward of the various choices is like varies, right? I'm trying to think of the one that we were just talking about. The riot control event is a really good example where you can either so there's riots that break out in a random region that's corrupted, and it's like, oh, the corruption might spread, so you're like, oh no.
Did we keep the strength versus intelligence?
No, we got rid of that one.
All right.
Yeah, we got rid of
that. That's okay. I thought that's where you were going.
But it's like, so your choices are to either like, so one of the heroes really likes that region, he wants to help out,
right.
He or she wants to help out, and you have to be like, okay, you can't go. Like, stay in the capital, write some letters, like, try to, it's totally fine. Like, just try to ignore it, let it blow over. You can send them and have them, like, reason with the people that are rioting, or you can send them and try to, like infiltrate the rioting faction and assassinate the leader of it. And so I think that one is a really good example of having the, like...
Tiers of risk.
Yes, tiers of risk, where, like the... having them not go at all is like the least risky. Having them go and negotiate is riskier, and then having them try to assassinate the leader is the riskiest. But we just have you sort of figure that out as you play the game. We try to make it as obvious as we can, and then we don't like color code them or whatever.
Right.
We'll like have a green, orange, and red choice.
But there's also
I guess we could, but I think that it's just more interesting if people like are trying to figure that out.
And there is some strategy there. Like again, like if the character that was chosen to go is really valuable to you, you might be more unwilling to take risks, or if it's somebody that you didn't really use anyway, you might be more into taking a risk. And depending on your situation, that can definitely impact your choices. So there's some strategy there. It's not just role playing.
That's it. That's okay. People are stoked there. They want to see more.
Let's play the video game.
We might see more.
Oh, do you want me to make this not full screen? I feel like that is the way. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no, where did it go?
I don't know. We have to restart it. What happened to it? What
Stand by.
The heck? Oh, what's going on?
You think, was it because, there's no way it was because I changed the...
Oh my God, what?
Oh, it was. Dan McGarry.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
That does not make any sense, does it?
I'll go back and check it out.
So
now flip it back to Windows.
Yeah,
now we'll go to this. And it might wreck the entire UI. That's totally nuts.
Wrecking it.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
awesome. Good bug.
So hey, I just set this game up. I played for a little bit, built a few buildings, retired some people, and we can talk about some of the stuff that's new in the video game. First off, and this is great that we still have you here with us.
Yeah.
Is the corruption
UI. New corruption UI.
We've totally changed the corruption UI. Gotten rid of the percentage numbers.
That was a little overwhelming.
It was,
you
right?
Come here and, your
and it actually looks like a lot
cleaner.
Simpler and cleaner and more graphic. Looking at it right now, I do feel like this is a little awkward. The diamonds here for these two regions are kind of stacked
next
up
to
on
each other.
So we should maybe like try to move them around and stuff. But yeah, by and large, I think it's like a huge upgrade just in terms of like aesthetically. looking at it and just being. One thing that I realized that's kind of a bummer. I don't know if we need to solve this. Maybe it's fine. Is that we at least had the word corruption 0% in there before, and I totally missed this when Derek was redoing the UI. I totally missed this. That right now it's just like it's just some diamonds. So if you don't know what you're looking at, you're like, oh,
yeah,
it's just some diamonds.
It's true.
Got some diamonds over here. Great. So yeah, but I think that once all the VO is in and we sort of like explain it, and then also when we see the consequences, which we'll see in a moment, I think that will make more sense, and we'll see.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where to put it, but that was one of the problems with the earlier UI as well. You just had words and numbers everywhere, and it was kind of just busy and wasn't very fun to look at. It was kind of overwhelming.
We have another thing here. I had built this Sage Rights guild, but I had not done anything about it. And this is like the new Sage Rights guild set.
Yeah. Say that 5 times fast. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, and you can see these podiums here. These are where the Sage Rights are like.
Oh, they got a chalice carved into them.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I picture them like when you're like in the battle, they're just back home going harumph, 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 but the podium's like learning. I'm learning now.
So when you go to induct the Sage Right, like you can pick them and they'll show up. One thing I should probably be taking notes during this, but
bug notes.
We're using bug notes. Because we're using the one in the back. Like, I feel like we should be using this one right up here for the first one that you put in there.
Maybe.
And that's super easy to change. That's just like moving the locators around and we're good.
Renaming the actors.
But yeah, you can see that and I actually really like this. I was not even anticipating this when we started working on this, is that you can see that they're like, when you're placing them in there, like you can see Sue Lou. Hey, that's Sue Lou, our former intern.
Oh, no kidding.
Wait, she was
an
an
AP.
Yep. She was an AP. That's her bloodline. That's awesome. Look at that.
One of the coolest sigils
it's pretty
still
sweet
to date. It's so awesome.
Actually, kind of looks like Sue.
I feel like I inspired her.
You can see her like hanging out back there in her caberjack armor, and then this hunter, you can see her hanging out in her hunter armor. Who are we gonna put Jimbo in there?
Jimbo McDowell.
I really want to put Jimbo in there only because he'll lose his last name and he'll just be Jimbo the Sage Right, which is the best. So when we confirm the selection, it's all like, hey, you sure you want to do this? And you're like, yep. And then boom, he gets his awesome Sage Right clothes on. And again, this is why we should do it.
But he does, those, we don't apply the house color yet. He's supposed to be in white.
Yeah, is it
He's
black?
supposed to be in white.
Well,
it's set up to be the house color.
It is. Oh man, look at his back arm too.
Oh.
Jeff made these animations super, super quick, just so that we would have them. Let's take a
Whoa,
look at this.
that's
that right arm
painful.
is just
that looks painful.
real. This is what happens when you
when you join the Scholars.
Oh, and look, he's getting his learn on. He's got some awesome idle animations. Yeah, is that why it's black right now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, is that it's piping the house color in?
It's not. It's supposed to. It's supposed to pipe the house color, and we're not doing it yet.
Okay.
So. Oh man, Jeff's in the chat. Yeah. All caps. This is all old.
Yeah, Jeff really likes it when I zoom in on this. Let's just zoom in on this. That looks great.
You never see him playing the real game. Jeff loves that.
I know. And then he's also floating, so that's great. We'll just just show that on the Teamstream because why not? Awesome. But yeah, so here's Jimbo, and so we can actually take a look at Jimbo up close. And Jeff made a hammer for him.
Dude,
this is super awesome. That
it's like a mason.
If this guild gets attacked, Jimbo will actually spawn and be a controllable unit. It'll be awesome. And I have never actually fought in one of those yet. And
I haven't either.
I'm excited to actually see that happen. But yeah, they'll be able to run around and do a melee attack with their hammer. And that's about it.
Chad put those in after this. Chad put the Scholars Guild defense missions in this week, so they're not in this game yet. I don't think. But yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh wait, that guy's wearing.
Which guy?
Oh, that's because they're not scholars.
Yeah, they're not scholars yet until you actually confirm it. So look at that guy sitting down on the job. Jimbo,
get up.
Get back to work. Get back to work. Okay. So I also realized that I only have 5 characters here, so I'm not gonna put any more of them in there. But yeah, they're all set. Jimbo's doing his thing. It's awesome, and then it's based off the intuition, so then it's actually reducing my upcoming research. I was recruiting new characters. Also,
good.
I had just sent this
dudes
guy off
to jail.
To jail.
With only 7 characters left, you sent one of your dudes to jail. See, there's a good example of using strategy for. Oh, and
Oh man! And now one of my regents just died. This is pretty bad.
This year 25 to 35 is rough.
Okay, so this is one thing that we did that's new is that you notice these characters like.
He's
okay,
15.
cool.
He's
Stefan
15.
is 15, but then this is
6.
something brand new that we did is that it was a little bit weird if you had children that were under the age, under the like, what do we call
Fighting
it?
age.
Fighting age.
Yeah.
The age 15 is what we have it set right now. So they're under 15, and so they're technically still like being trained in the keep, but it's like, so okay. The problem was the regent dies and you only have kids that are under 15 that are in the keep. And then what would happen before is that it would be like, oh, okay, like
There's nobody that we can put in there.
There's nobody we can put in there. Bummer. Assign somebody new, like start a new
Change the
bloodline
house name,
basically.
yeah.
And you're like, oh, bummer. And then you do it, and then once you get to the standard keep view screen, you would see that you'd be like, oh crap, there are these kids that are from the previous bloodline now that are in there.
Yep.
You're like, oh man, and like there's no way to. So we're like, okay, yeah, it seems like children should really be able to become the the regent. The thing that's weird is that we don't have kid models.
Not yet. Not yet. We were just talking about that during coffee, actually.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Well, I hope that we can do it. It just seems like it's the kind of thing that doesn't really fit into scope. And how many of them do you need? You know, we talked about having like a crib or a cradle or a basket.
Just a swaddle.
With
like
a
bundle.
just a bundle, which is
just
for
laying on the throne.
Yeah, just seated. Like what? And that would be for like 0 to 2.
0 to
something?
2.
And then you'd have like a 2 to about.
You're like a 4-year-old model and then like a 9-year-old model, and I think that's good.
Right. Yeah. So if we talked sort of having baby bundle that's just like that's it. It's just got the house colors on it. It's the same for boys and girls. And then we have like the toddler. So we have toddler boy, toddler girl. The thing is, we have to
think
do
of how
heads
creepy
for them
that
as
would
well.
be though in this scene though of just
It's
a
tough.
bundle and
There's
no
just a
one
bundle.
else
Yeah.
in this room.
That's awesome though. It's poignant. You know,
I guess
it's a
so.
true indie game at that point.
That's true. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you shed a tear for the baby on the throne.
That's a good point. Yeah.
There's also so if we had the toddler and then we had this sort of like awkward tween.
Yeah.
Is that
Pimply.
a thing?
No.
That would be amazing.
Lanky, like really lanky and awkward.
Yeah, so we have, so all three of these characters, they don't have like any models because they're all under the age of, under the fighting age, but this character actually does. And then this does bring up another like awkward point. If I do this, like we're gonna put Benjamin, he's age 6.
And then,
Seems pretty good. And now I can marry them. This is fantastic.
Chance
This
for
is
children,
fantastic.
none.
Is that there's no chance for children until Benjamin comes of age.
What did Jeff say we should call it? He said we shouldn't call it a marriage.
It's a betrothal.
Or,
Yeah. I don't know what this should say.
Yeah.
You know what though? That I remember from a playtest. I feel like I have a note written down in one of our Google Docs that says this should actually be different because somebody was really confused by this because they thought that was like it was basically these were like this felt like a middle name, Benjamin, and then Bodsvik felt like a last name. So
that was her first name?
Yeah, he thought that was the first name. He was like, Mary Benjamin Bodsvik. Who's that? And it was like really confusing. And I was like asking him questions. He was like playing it, and I was like, what do you think you're doing right now? He's like, well, I'm searching for Mary Benjamin Bodsvik. I don't know who that is. It's like,
this?
Does this guy have a sister? It was one of the backers that we had in. And I mean, it's a legitimately confusing thing. So if it said like, choose a partner for Benjamin Bodsvik, you'd be like, oh, cool, excellent. Or
arrange a marriage.
Arrange a marriage for Benjamin. You would be like, cool, I get it. And so little thing. But yes, one thing that's interesting though is about this, because I've actually never seen this screen. This is awesome that I get to play test the game on.
Yeah. This is ballsy.
This right now, it is. I did. I was like, forget about it. We're just gonna put the baby on the throne. I've literally never done this. Invisible baby. It's a ghost baby. It is October. Spooky. It's
the worst idea ever.
Ghost babies? Yeah. Is that, they are sorted by fertility. I feel like we should sort of project it into the future. I mean, it's good that it says chance for children none, but I noticed that like
that's a
this
good
is
point,
another man,
you know what it
and then
is?
this is a woman, because it's just sorting by the fertility combination of the 6-year-old. But it's like,
no, what it's doing is it's at all the compatibility or chance for children are all 0. So then it sorts by age. So if compatibility is equal, it then sorts by age.
Because we're all about young fertility.
I figured if you're trying to have babies,
that is how the game works.
If you're trying to have babies, you want to put somebody younger in to have more. But so that's what it's doing. So like the chance for children is 0 across the board. So it's sorting by age and ignoring everything else. So that's why you have it like this.
So we should probably sort by.
You should probably sort by future.
By future fertility combination, which would again, like people who are infertile would be sorted to the bottom as well, which is good.
But that's a good point.
So
you need a notebook.
So this is the least creepy thing that I can do is betroth Benjamin to the 16-year-old Jaina Valet. Is that how you would pronounce that?
Jaina?
Valet? Valea?
Valet?
We got the best names from our backers. Okay, cool.
They really have made the game really interesting.
And now this is rad that like, you know, the bloodline is being continued by this baby, by baby Benjamin.
By a level 2.
He's not even a baby. He's
6.
He's a
like
kid,
Tommen.
right? He's a kid.
Oh, pinky?
This is awesome. Jeff will love this too. There's this weird problem with
What? I don't trust that. I don't
female
trust
alchemists as regents have this like super, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of
She's hiding it too.
The T1000
Yeah,
when he like stretches out his finger.
That
right?
baby's in trouble. Poor Benjamin. What is she up to?
This is, or either this or this is just her like really long cocaine finger.
Exactly, it's a coke pinky. Gotta get the Regency fixed.
Amazing.
Mommy needs her medicine.
But yeah, she's hiding it behind her.
Jeff,
I do not trust her
all
anymore.
caps. Ignore the creepy finger.
And that's just like a super simple skin weighting problem where
I'll say
Jeff will just go in there and just like adjust the skin weights on the hand so that they're just bound to the wrong joint, and then that will actually like deform the mesh and stretch it out. It's a super common bug that happens all the time, and it will be fixed and it'll be awesome. So this is actually really cool, is that, you know, once you make that marriage decision and you're like, cool, you're like, oh yeah, like here are all the other trainees that were in there. Yeah, did you see it right there?
She exposed her
coke nail. Awesome. Cool. Let's see, is there anything else?
I'm actually kind of excited to see what's going to happen after you start the timeline again here.
This is interesting.
So he's, is he the guy who's dead?
No, this is the one that
So what that means, so is he in the trainees as well? No, he's not.
No, he's not.
So he gets moved over there. If they were trained there.
Because he's part of the legacy. What about the character that died, though? I thought we put dead characters in the legacy as well.
One, right now it's only the characters who trained there.
It's the characters who train there. That makes sense. I think, could we put in the characters that live there?
The Regency, yeah.
That's amazing. See, we really should be taking notes because we're playtesting the crap out of this game. All right, I think that everything else is cool. We're gonna spin this up again.
I want to see what happens. Wait, where did you put the kid?
I put him right here.
Okay, I'm half expecting to see fireworks fly out of there. I'll be a little bit nervous.
Okay, yeah, we need to watch this for no babies, because there should be no babies coming out of here.
For 9 years.
Hey, we got some new characters. So for this one, we probably need something. This is cool. I was gonna say we probably need something. Need like a marking that like ones that I just get.
Chad has an idea of having a new sort by like enlistment date.
Oh, cool. So it could be set to that, and you just be like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, though, I mean, when you're even this far into the game, I kind of know that it's like this. The
level 1 dudes.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily the level 1 guys. I was more looking just at the flags.
Oh yeah.
The sigils that are like brand new to me, and it's I think it's actually these 5 characters on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not really get any new characters.
They're also
of great
usually
XP. They're all like, this is.
I don't know what XP we're giving with the recruits actually. I don't know if that's based on.
I think that it's just using the standard
like initial roster.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
And so like this character, like level 2, that's the maximum that I got. But I think that they can be. And then there's a spread of ages as well. Looks like, 18 to 23. That's good.
I think it's 15 to 25. Is what it is.
Cool. So I've got some new characters. Looking good. What was I? Okay, so Yeah, I need some more. What was I gonna
Good
get?
name.
This, you like that name?
Super knockback.
That's
Taylor.
that's a placeholder. Yeah, so if you got any names for these, so this comes out of a rupture, which is the exploding corrosion pawn. Oh, we're also calling them pawns. That's the official name for like character, the enemies.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, like which enemy?
I like him.
The,
I like
well,
that.
it's the generic name for any enemy that you fight. Is a pawn.
Instead of mob.
So, but are they?
The cadence creates pawns.
Oh, the
to
cadence
spread
creates
its
pawns. I
corruption.
see. I
Yeah.
see. Oh, that's cool.
It'll make more sense when all the dialogue's in.
I like it.
Cool. I was gonna get.
Oh,
this
I like
leaf
the
stone on.
recruit new heroes icon too. I like the new
Oh
icon
yeah.
a lot.
So hey, that's
Those
cool.
underpants were hilarious.
You can see all of these. Wait, did you see them?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I
they're
saw
not
him
on
in. I
here.
saw him
Yeah,
in there, and the haste
I-
juice is amazing too.
I
I
haven't
saw him on
gotten,
the
I
Teamstream.
haven't gotten there yet.
The experience scarf.
I'm gonna research this leech stone. I love that thing.
I never used that.
You never use it?
Mhm.
Well, prepare to
See,
get taken to
see,
school.
I want to see what happens.
Oh no!
This is the.
Okay, so this is this is right. The results screen, right?
This is the old result screen.
This is the old results screen, which is just like in this thing, and it's like like
too
we were
much
talking
text.
about. The twins really like to write.
Oh
text.
no! You just
Oh,
closed
they
it.
do. Oh, well, that won't happen in the final version because it won't look like that. That's awesome. Hey,
We didn't
work
get
in progress.
We hid this. We hid the text.
Who was
too.
that guy?
Oh.
It was one of the
Jason Van
characters that
Dien?
came back
I have no idea.
Let's
from
browse.
the, from the relics in time.
Let's see. It said gaze into the abyss, so he's gonna be shell shocked, right?
Yeah.
Or something.
It's not this guy. What was? Oh, I think it was. It this guy?
Yep.
Yes.
He's shell shocked.
Yeah. So this guy is not looking good. Also, this is a brand new thing.
He turned his hair white.
Her hair turned white. Yeah. Which is awesome. I love the Leia buns, by the way.
I love them. I love the names. God, the names are good.
Yeah, aren't they crazy? They're
Yeah.
awesome. They really give the game a lot of
flavor. I was so sick of playing with double finders.
Oh, you know what? I just noticed a really awesome thing that we should fix.
Oh no.
When you come back out, oh no, you say oh no because you know that it's,
I
you
know it's
that
me.
it's your fault.
I mean, it's
right here, like the year is not. It's,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not
yeah, I
there.
noticed that. I noticed that.
You're
Okay.
just such a bad person, damn it, Gary.
I know.
It only shows up when you actually hit play.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
War Commander.
Oh, okay. So hey,
Miami.
that's another awesome thing that just got in the game that I forgot. I retired one of my really high level characters to be the standard. Oh, also we have to change this.
Promote
Say
a standard. Yeah.
Is that this is again very similar to the scholars? Is that you can like see the characters, like who are we gonna put in there? We need somebody.
I like that angle.
This
I like
character
that.
seems amazing.
Kind of like that fisheye.
Edgar, because he's got the so the cool thing about the standards is that they not only pass on their experience to the trainees, but they can also pass on their personality. So this stalwart
Tranquil's
is
great.
a really good one.
Tranquil's
Tranquil.
awesome.
So this character's awesome. And now watch when I confirm this.
Should that be?
Boom. They get their awesome standard. We showed this on the Teamstream last time.
Did we?
And this is all hooked up. Well, I mean,
Oh,
we showed the
oh,
concept
yeah,
art
yeah.
for it. And so you can see these and these take on the house colors, the white and blue of that family, and they're like all dynamic and stuff.
Must be an open window.
And if you defend, like if you have to defend this crucible, this character will show up and spawn, and you'll be able to fight with them, and they'll have the banners on their
Yeah.
back. I have not actually seen that either. That's the other
in the
thing
fight?
that just got in there. Yeah, in the fight.
I've seen that. I've seen that one. The Sim's a little crazy right now, but
Yeah.
he runs around and the flags are flying, like doing cycles and stuff. I hope we get to see it.
Oh man. Okay, so here's another. We can put another baby on the throne. Oh
No,
no,
we
we
can't.
don't. We don't have any babies.
Let's go check that other keep after
Philip.
we're done to make sure they don't have any kids.
How do we like? Word? This person's name
Word.
is Word. It's kind of a sweet name.
There's a kid in my 5-year-old's kindergarten class named True.
True.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of an interesting name.
I'm gonna put Word in there.
Are
Word.
his parents like? Are they like hippies or the engineers?
Well,
This
I
could
do
go
live
either
in,
way.
I do
like,
live in Berkeley, so
They're hippie engineers.
either way, yeah, either way.
False, get over here. Exclusive or you're grounded. Yeah.
That would be
XOR.
cruel.
Yeah.
Name your
XOR.
firstborn
Yeah.
True.
Then their
your
youngest
secondborn
kid's name is not.
false. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think Sulu is gonna make it that long.
That's some logic humor for
this
you
is,
guys in the
Okay.
Teamstream.
See, and this is the part that I really like about the random events and stuff is that this is the character, that's shell shocked.
But she's not going to pass that on, though.
No, because that is just status. You're right.
And so actually, she's a good candidate. Somebody shell shocked is actually a pretty good regent candidate.
Yeah.
Because they have good traits. But they have a huge debuff on them that is only in combat.
She was pretty good, Ada.
Maybe shell shock should affect your personality somehow. Maybe it should make you a shitty trainer.
So you can just be a bad person.
Territory attack.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay,
There's the rewards.
So this is great. And the other thing that's been hooked up is the actual cadence type.
Yeah.
So you see on the left, I don't know if you can read that on the thing.
Get off the salt stacks, and you can read it better over there.
Well, we need to own up to this.
I know, but just so they can read it.
I think a lot of our alpha backgrounds, we need to
darken a little bit.
Darken them. We need to reduce. You hear me, Derek? You hear me, Derek? We need to increase the opacity. No, reduce the opacity. Increase the opacity. Make it more opaque. That's what you need to do, so that these things stand out. But yeah, so over here it's like ruptured seeds and lapses. So that's like a little bit easier of a fight probably because those are like lower level, and you'll get a level 2 female hunter, a young level 2 female hunter. And then this one over here, seeds, bulwarks, and ruptures.
So the other one has mostly ruptures though. So it might be a little bit harder.
Oh, because you sort them by like interesting.
Frequency.
And that's actually good. That is good to know because
so that might
really
be
good to know.
more
And this one
difficult.
will have fewer. So you actually go through and populate the whole thing, so you know exactly how many characters are.
The map doesn't exist, but I pick out the spawn set.
Oh,
and
awesome!
And I count them up.
But then this is also this is double XP from a successful mission versus a new character, and I feel like I'm pretty good on characters. The corruption is like the same. Like I think that we're doing a pretty good job of making the decision interesting here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the salt stacks, partially because the salt stacks is looking pretty good.
Salt stack.
Oh, look at that guy. That guy's rad.
Isn't that guy looking awesome?
Yeah, I love the old dudes.
So Stefan's slow learner, but everything else is really good.
Stefan Bodsvig.
He gets a mission XP boost. So he gets.
Yeah, maybe we just go with that guy. He seemed really good. This is our highest level dude here.
He's nervous. That accuracy
it's pretty bad on a.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah,
especially on a alchemist, it can hurt your other dudes.
Okay, we'll get Stefan in there for sure. Get this. Oh hey, all those icons are gonna be going to the game real soon.
They're in.
That's awesome. They're not in right. I mean, no,
not this one.
Not this build. Not this build.
The dev build.
Let's see. Also, like if we want to start one of these new bloodlines, we could
get a boost. Get a boost on XP.
Keeson Van Deen.
That guy's pretty good.
All the wolves.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's got 3 wolves in his.
He's only level 1, but I guess all of these guys that
But that guy's got some pretty good trades. Bianca White Wolf, she's got a wolf.
Is that's probably an L? I think
One
that's
thing.
Blanca
White Wolf. What did I say? Blanca. Like is that the Street Fighter character?
We'll send this guy in there. And you know what? I haven't. Okay, I do actually have a health potion.
I like that sigil. That's a cool sigil.
It's a nice one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't really researched anything else. Oh, also the lighting is totally changing the scene, and it's looking way better.
Look at that, dude! I want to see Mark Andre. I'm gonna
use this thing to zoom out because we really want to.
Wow.
This is some serious inside baseball. That's where this lives.
That's the under the ground.
Right.
Don't show
like we can. No, it's awesome. You can see the big attack. So the climate is all different. But you can actually see like here's the big attack marker.
What is that thing?
I don't know what that is. What is that?
It's the pinky from the Alchemist Regent female. Oh my god!
I don't know what that is either. Crazy. But
is
yeah,
the back
you can see this.
That might be the back.
This is the keep right here, right? And then like this is the crucible placed on the map. It's crazy.
That's cool.
Everything's crazy. Oh, but what I really wanted to do is.
But it looks so rad when you pulled out. Yeah,
holy shit. We've really been talking about having when you dive into the capital, having this shot basically, and then having it sort of like cruise up really fast like this, because a lot of people when they're playing the game they don't realize where they are. Yeah. They're just like it's just like 5 guys at a hot tub, you know. And it's like no,
they're
it's
in
like
Tahoe.
We want to be very explicit. We want to be very explicit that it's like no. This is the top of the.
Yeah, what are you doing this weekend, Brad? Just hanging out?
Just hanging out at the rim of a hot tub, you know?
Rim is hot.
Sweet, and this is cool that like I know what enemies are gonna be in here.
32.
Yeah, 32.
That's pretty rough, man.
It is. This is still really good though. So I found that this
still in? We didn't.
What is?
So we had that big debate before whether
we did.
the follow-up actually, the second shot of the follow-up takes place before or after the armor.
I lost that one.
I like it better though.
You like what better?
I like it this way. I was a big proponent for this. I feel so smart when I do it.
I'm gonna go stun the crap out of this guy.
I need to use that more. I don't use that enough.
The stun?
Yeah, especially with the ball works. I mean,
Chad said he won the debate.
Chad won the debate, yeah. You know what though? I'm like an elephant when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I don't forget. I don't forget.
I'll see you in the hot tub,
Yeah,
Chad.
I'll see you in the hot tub.
I don't even know what that means.
was that your? That wasn't your
just
level 1,
up.
dude. Level 4.
I like the hearing. I'm gonna get one.
Really?
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's super cool. Let's see. Get him, old man.
Why did you just do that? You knocked him out of his.
What guy? No. He's still stunned.
Oh, he is? You
Yeah,
can hit
yeah.
the stun dudes?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Where did I pick up that you couldn't do that? That he'd wake back up? Probably from.
Oh,
RPG.
also like this level has had a pretty serious texturing pass, materials pass. Yeah, Mark has been in here doing some good work, and it's looking way better. And probably just bomb this guy. Actually, no. It's good to have the hunters shoot, right? Because if they miss him, it's fine. It's fine. It's
Some
fine.
level 2 strategy.
See, it's fine because if that was a glancing melee attack, it would put his shield up, and we don't want that.
Bam. 144 XP.
You're not worthy.
No.
144 XP. Does that mean you got?
I think I have a bonus.
Is that a slow
coming from
learner?
elsewhere. No, it's
What's his normal XP base? What's his base XP?
It is.
Because the time mage is 150.
know. Time mage is 150.
I think so.
Well, we should look at that one. But yeah, it's pretty cool because I think that all the pieces of the game are in there now.
Yeah.
Like, we don't really have we have a list of features that are like the things we really want to get in there before we have people play the game, and yeah, I don't think that we have too many more things to go in before we can really just start being okay, that's what this is what we have. We're sort of drawing the box, and we're that's it. Everything's in the box, and now we can just start iterating on it. I really like that when they smash one of those things and then it reveals more characters.
Yeah, I really like how Chad that was I guess always part of this design, but Chad did a really good job on all the sightline stuff, and especially in the forests and things like that. It's all about sight lines and shot lines. And
yeah, it feels really
cool.
good. Well, cool. Do you want to, since we're on tactical, do you want to
I'll get
tag
Chad.
out and get Chad?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Hey, do me a favor,
we'll
when you go back to strategy,
do
see if that 6-year-old ever had a kid. Just to make sure, keep me honest.
Make sure we don't offer the impossible.
Yeah. It used to be, there was a bug in there a little bit ago where if your spouse died, you could still have kids. It's pretty interesting. Kind of a gross bug. All right, bye everybody. I'll be chatting with you all.
Later, Dan.
Okay.
Thanks for hanging out,
bye,
dude.
Dan.
Bye. Have fun.
Not bad, man. I gotta say, game's shaping up.
It's looking like a video game, which is pretty exciting.
Hey, you know what? Real quick while Chad's getting here, Doberfran asked, will the game start out with a tutorial game, or are we going to just play the game and learn as I play? We kind of did a hybrid of that, right? That's kind of a...
Yeah, I think that, so we have a bunch of dialogue that is going into the game right now, actually. I'm hooking it up. You might hear some of it, although I'm not very far. Far into it, so I think that, yeah, I haven't gotten very far, so you won't really hear any of it this far into the game.
Sure.
But once it's in there, we've really focused all the dialogue on explaining the stuff that's really different about the game. So we don't really explain a lot of the just basic movement and moving your guys, and we just kind of want that to be hey, it's more of a hardcore PC game.
Yeah.
If you played something like this before,
Pushed out of the nest, start flapping
just
your
sort of
wings.
just go for it and learn as you go kind of thing. But then in terms of the rules of how marriage works and how Regent XP works and how traits work and all these things, we give you a lot of hints and training at how all that stuff works. So yeah, that's where we focused it.
Yep.
But yeah, we really don't have a super hand-holdy tutorial. We wanted to focus on just like making the game better, because that stuff is so expensive from a production standpoint. So, yeah.
Hey, who showed up?
Hey.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to Teamstream, Chad Dawson. How's it going, Chad?
It's going good. I was just writing some code.
Awesome.
I was watching you guys.
What do you want to do in that case? Do you want to even fix that?
Yes. Lots of stuff to fix.
I know. You know what I'm talking about, right? That one?
Yeah. I can't watch without like seeing it.
I know. You do that. So that bug, if anybody didn't see it at home, if you do the follow-up shot, which gives you a second shot after the first one hits, onto one of those ruptures, so those guys go down to 0. So if you kill him with the first shot, and then like be like, oh, okay, cool, he's dead, but he's not really dead. He sort of becomes invulnerable because he has to do his little.
It's kind of fun though to shoot him twice. It's kind of like
it is,
double tapping just to be sure, you know.
Yeah,
like,
maybe
I'll leave it in. Yeah.
I don't mind that at all. It's just the fact that like he doesn't flinch, he doesn't do anything. You're just like, what happened? You know?
He's a boss.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those sort of. It's low on the list of bugs. It's not my top priority, but
yeah, for sure.
It's on the list. That's for sure. So what are you playing, Brad?
So we're like, I didn't actually see the number. I think we're about 40 years into the timeline right now. I just started this new game earlier. And so we did, actually there was a lot of strategy management that we had to do, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, I was watching you
there
guys.
were a lot of like features we could talk about, which was cool. Sage Race Guild and all sorts of things. What happens if I taunt this guy?
I'm trying to think what's new in from the last Teamstream on tactical. Most of my time has actually been helping out on strategy.
Yeah.
A lot of the UI stuff there. Icons are new. You'll see the new skill icons at the bottom.
Oh, those aren't in this build.
Oh, the ones you're seeing down there are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The ones in the talent tree are not in there.
Yeah. A lot of Pontius effects work is in. Time Mage and stuff, I think, is in this one.
Yep. You're not worthy.
How's your party here?
Sorry.
It's pretty good, actually. This team is doing okay. Well, this guy. I think I'm just gonna stun this guy again.
This should have the new stat breakdown. If you look at the character.
Oh yeah,
stats.
we can totally check that out. With old Marc-Andre.
Sure.
Marc-Andre Valet. I don't know how to pronounce that. I feel bad. Yeah, so you've reorganized this thing.
A little bit, yeah.
So there's the 3 prime stats of strength, dexterity, and intelligence, and we've highlighted the one that's the most important for this character. So the alchemist is sort of more based off intelligence. His bombs do more damage based off of his intelligence. You see that? And then the derived stats, which are armor, evasion, and resistance, those all come. This one's a percentage. This one shouldn't be a percentage, right?
It's up
That's
to you,
a
man.
bug, man. That one shouldn't be a percentage.
It's easy to change.
But yeah, those come out
You're
of,
right.
so the higher your strength, the higher your armor will be. If we look at another character, you can see like the hunter, dexterity is their highest one, and they get like the evasion bonus for that, and that's cool. You can also see on this character, the -1/+1, or -1 here on intelligence, and that is because the character is dim-witted. You could see the +3 on HP, and that is because the character is hardy. And then this -1 on speed, and that's because they're having an asthma attack. Should we have descriptions on? We don't have descriptions on these status buffs, do we?
Might be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Most of those changes are actually percentages, so they scale with your character per level.
Right.
So if you're hardy, you just don't get 1 hit point. You might get 1 if you're level 1, or 2 or 3 if you're, higher level.
I totally love
your
doing
hearing's
this.
kicked in there.
Hearing, yeah. Oh, nice shot. I think this is the guy. But Gary warned me not to take that guy in because he's what's our minus accuracy? I think this is the guy with
Bad
minus
shot?
accuracy. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not.
He's kind of old though.
I'm gonna do it again. You missed again. Come on, dude. You got it. Ooh, also that bug is back, right there.
Interesting.
With that line, that padding line.
It's weird
that it
I've
doesn't
seen
show
it,
up.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Huh.
So yeah, you're hitting a lot of bugs, Brad.
I know.
Teamstream.
That's why we stream. Actually.
I'd like to say 5 per team
It's
stream.
super
or so.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, we know about that.
I
That's
can't
on the
seem
list.
to figure that one out. All right.
It's only if you path to a bad tile. I mean, you're throwing to a tile you can't path to.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna finish this map.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. We've been.
One.
You probably mentioned we've been trying to get the rest of the feature work in. Anytime you're doing a game, thousands of little bugs bug you the whole time, and lots of times you want to fix them and you try to fix as many as you can, but there's a big feature you're trying to get in, so it's going to take priority. And we're at a good phase now where most of our main features are in.
Yeah.
So we're starting to get to where we can hit some of the little bugs.
Yeah.
And they just feel so good to, like, ones like that line, you're just like, I've seen that for like 8 months maybe, and I'll fix it, I'll fix it. So
and
now we can finally get to that.
There's one that happens all the time, a weird rendering glitch, where sometimes the characters, like, just parts of them go transparent, and we haven't been able to fix that one. Like, and that's gonna be one of those ones when it goes away, it's gonna be totally sweet.
David Farrell, one of our graphics programmers, is going to be helping us out soon, and hitting a bunch of those little graphics things.
What do you do here? Wait for the team, right? Don't get greedy.
Yeah, stealth it up. Yeah, it's funny. I've been testing stuff so much. I've usually just been cheating my way through. So I got to do a real, honest to goodness playthrough where I don't cheat my way through.
I'm looking forward to playing it this weekend and really just like digging into all the new stuff that's in there. Also, really want to do a strategy-only playthrough. Oh, you can actually see that bug on this character right here. That's great timing. Did you see it?
It's flickering, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Do we have any questions from the chat? Yeah, you can see it right here, this part of the bow.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I love just showing, I've just been showing all these bugs like all the time. And you see it like flickering orange or just being invisible. It's pretty weird.
Right. Sometimes it picks up that hidden player color.
And we don't know what
Jeff
causes that one.
Yeah, it's one of those you can work on. I mean, it's.
Dragon9 asks, why are the pawns breaking those destructibles?
They really hate them. I don't know.
Because you might be on the other side.
Yeah, kind of cool. They're like searching for you, I guess.
Yeah, it's part of their search and destroy kind of mentality, right?
Yeah. I think that's good enough for me.
They generally won't attack them if they can attack you, but if they have nothing else to do, why not smash things? You know?
Why not smash things? I like it.
Light pierces
the dark.
Light
pierces the dark. Take that. I'm gonna have this guy heal himself up. What do you think? Pretty good.
That's gotta be Jeff.
Oh man, that's amazing. We could maybe just remove that one where they're playing their like grunts and.
I kind of like it. Health potions are a little, they go down strong, right? No, we could take it off of that. I think Brian mentioned it to me.
Ooh.
So you almost got this one. A few more to finish off?
Yeah. I do feel like it's a little on the easy side right now.
I do too. Either I'm getting better at the game or it's on the easy side. It's hard for me to say.
It's really hard to know,
We've been playing it so much that it's like hard to say. I think my last playthrough was last weekend for like about 4 or 5 hours. And, I thought it was too easy, but I had a pretty good build. Set of guys, and I'm starting to learn how to min-max the game a little bit. We put in a lot of things. Did you show the mission rewards?
Yep.
Right?
We talked about those quite a bit.
We have the region bonuses on the strategy layer and mission rewards, and a few new traits and things that can all give your guy bonus XP. So I'm finding that experience is really kind of the main factor I try to ramp up. I'd rather take something that gives me more experience than something that gives me like +3 strength. Because if I level up faster, I'm going to get 3 strength anyway. So it's neat to start figuring out strategies like that and thinking, what might be the best one.
Yeah, and also what can we do to like balance that or make the other options
make the other ones more interesting is kind of what we do, right?
I do feel like the way that I don't know what really changed, and I think that kind of like what you were saying, maybe it is just that we're like all better at the game now. I just feel like I'm kind of encountering only one group of dudes, and then just annihilating them and not taking too much damage, and then kind of like moving on to the next group, and that's it. Whereas, like, I mean, maybe their wander ranges could be set to be larger or something. I don't know. I don't know the right answer. It just feels like I'm not really in danger of like losing characters early on in the game, or I guess this is like more the mid part of the game.
Yeah, to me, at this point, I feel like I'm one level too high. Like, I'm ahead of the wave on the enemies, and as long as I can stay there, they don't really catch up.
Oh, I'm thinking that, so that, we talked about this a while ago, last time. Oh, I don't even have any of these. I was going to throw a bomb on this guy, and his bone shell is not protecting him from
Right.
the like...
It's that new difference between armor and resistance.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to that too, because we just kind of got that feature in, but resistance is to, what do we say, more magical, chemical attack?
Yep.
And armor is for more melee, arrow hits and caber slams type of stuff.
And this is something that we want to avoid, the like, just where you're just sitting around beating the crap out of, beating the crap out of one enemy.
All right, but you can see he hasn't really hurt you too bad.
No,
not
at all.
A couple people have 1 or 2 hit points down, but you should be holding on to the edge of your life there, with like one guy almost dead and maybe one guy dead,
And that was savage too. Like you see the mission XP is double for this. Maybe double is a little bit. That was the mission reward, and you can see that that's like 600, and it easily outpaces like all of the kills. Although this guy had 540 from kills.
Pretty good, 6 kills.
It's pretty.
He got
decent.
the most.
Yeah. Oh, and then this is, in the next build we'll have all these icons in here.
Yeah, it's
Looks
kind of
more
fun.
like,
this is only a few days old, but already it looks dated to me. Like,
yeah, it really does.
Stuff we got in.
Yeah, we talked about the stage rate. Oh, and then here, okay, that.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. But I don't know if anybody saw that. We now like sequence your consequences when you come back from a tactical mission in a much nicer way. So this region over here, the marsh region, it's sort of like the UI comes up, and then the strike comes in, the corruption strike comes in, and you hear the acid.
This one's probably telling you your mission
creeping
reward,
in.
I think.
It probably is. And my mission reward was like just XP. That's actually supposed to be suppressed. But yeah, so I didn't. This region was not corrupted at all, so there was no like quote unquote good reward for defending that one.
Gotcha.
But this one, like this was where the other attack happened, and it's sort of we just like sequence that so you can actually see it, and you can be like, oh, okay, this one got a strike, great. Yeah, I think that's. I want to save it.
So we got some new save game UI too. I don't know if people have seen this.
You see my awesome clan tag on there, my potato clan tag.
Yeah, that's awesome, Brad. Yeah, great. So go ahead, bring it back up. Look at the load game. Look at the load game. Dan's been doing some work on this.
Yeah.
You see there's details now with your save games that say who's in your tactical party and
tells you how many regions that you have currently, and then these are the last. I think that is just the last 5 characters that you deployed to a mission. Those are their flags.
It's interesting to think like what's the most useful thing you would need to know. Like right now, I don't know if I'm in tactical battle or strategy, so that might be cool to put up there too.
And then just a screenshot right here.
Yeah, it's probably not a screenshot.
Not a screenshot there.
Maybe you could have a map or something.
It is kind of cool. Like, so these are all from the same run. It's kind of cool to like see the flags progress, like as bloodlines come in and out and stuff.
Right.
You know, it's actually kind of awesome. I really like that part. Is that I think that this character has been kind of with me from the beginning. Oh no, I'm sorry, they haven't. I don't know. I think that's really cool. Like that. Okay, yeah. Is there anything else we want to talk about in the game right now? I don't think so, but we do. What else did we want to talk about? We want to talk about voice actors. We have some other stuff for that.
Yep.
But first, we're pretty stoked that, because the game is in this state, we have a backer tier that is $50 and up. Anybody that backed at that level we're going to be giving you guys access to the game on October 21st. So the codes will go out. I believe it'll be through the Humble access.
We're working with Humble now to figure that out.
We're working on that out.
Yep.
But yeah, Tuesday, October 21st, if you back at that level, like, you'll
That's
have
coming up
access
pretty
to
soon.
the game in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so awesome that it's in this near complete form. And I think that it's just going to be rad to like have you guys play it at home and play it for an extended period of time as well. Because it's like, just through this, we're basically 10% through the game. This is 30 years in.
Yeah.
You got to live all the way through 300 years. So a lot of this is that we want feedback on the balance of the game. Like what, you were talking about your XP min-maxing strategy.
Right.
Like we want to know how bad that is, and like, we have limited testing capabilities here. We play the game as much as we can, but we want to be focused on making the game and making it better for you guys. So any feedback that we get about like different strategies that are overpowered or underpowered, like we want to know about those. So yeah, I'm like super stoked.
It's gonna be amazing.
This.
I can't wait for
I'm
you to
like
get in
kind
there.
of holy
like,
crap! It's been like a year and a half.
Fitzy. Yeah.
And we're just gonna get that thing out there to people. So I'm super excited about
it's
it.
like it's not quite in the wild, but it feels like it's on a reservation, and like it's like an animal reserve.
It's really close. It's really close.
For me as a programmer, it's always a little scary to
For
get
sure.
it out there. You're like,
For sure. But this
obviously
is,
there's a few bugs for me to
fix. It is
fix,
a limited number of people that are gonna be playing it.
That's
It's
good,
not
that's
like it's gonna be just out there like running around and stuff. But it should be awesome.
Death by Sumo made a good point. He's like, or she, said you should get min specs for the game out there. Like, and we'll wrap up all like the usual kind of dressing you need when you put something out for people to consume.
Yeah, and also this build will not be as optimized as the final build, right? Like we haven't done that sort of like final graphics optimization, all that stuff. So your machine might have to be a little bit beefier in order to run this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely do work to get the min spec down lower as we go.
Yeah,
We'll see.
exactly. Oh, and Alabac too asked something. If somebody won a bloodline from a stream, does that include early access? I think that does, right? Because that gives them that tier.
That totally, yes, you will totally be in.
Right.
Because we use our internal database for that.
Yeah.
For getting these codes out and stuff. And so anyone that did win a code and has access to anything that's above $50 or above in our database, they'll get codes and they'll get access to the game.
Yep.
And it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be
really
awesome.
Cool.
And I'm trying to be more active in the forums and like write longer updates and just try to be involved as much as I can in that. And I hope that we have just like a total flood of data with all this stuff that we can pick through and just like work on making the game better.
Brad, just copied it. Where did it go? I apologize because we have an answer for this. Randolph. Will it be called Massive Chalice Alpha, Beta, or just as is?
I'm sorry. We're calling it the Premium Backer Beta.
Boom. All caps.
All caps. All caps all the time. That's what just this period where like only the $50 people and up. We're not sure how long it's gonna last right now. Like, cause one thing that happens in game development is that you really like any creative process is that we're so close to the thing. We're like. We've got it like right up in our face and we're working on it, and it's like it's really hard to know like how finished it really is and how close we really are to having something
like we're saying,
that
like
we
for us,
can sell this.
It's hard to balance the numbers because we've been playing it for a year,
Right.
but we really want to see how difficult it is for people who just are playing it for the first time or come up with some strategy we hadn't thought of. So it's really good to get that kind of feedback from this.
Yeah, and it might it might be a pretty short period where we're like, hey, it's like everybody's pretty positive on everything, and we're like, some balance tweaks here and there, and we add the polish and we put the remaining things in that we want to put in, and then we're like, done, cool, got there. And then or it could go the other way where it's like, there are just some like major things that are needed, there's some overhauls that are needed of specific systems, and we're like, we have to talk about exactly how we want to go about that. But yeah, that's like another way it could go, and it might be a longer thing. But we definitely look forward to just like working with you guys and like actually kind of getting down that home stretch and like just really finishing strong at the end of it,
So Greg's really in there answering questions fast, but this one for everyone listening, not watching the chat, user Rallick asks, is this just going to be one level or a subset of the game or what?
No. This is going to be the whole video game.
Yep.
This is the whole video game. Like I said, it's the game is so mechanical and procedural. Like it's the whole thing, man. we're gonna have, and really it's like, we're showing you the game now, but the final weeks leading up to just like getting something ready, there are all these small tasks that we have lined up over the next like 2.5 weeks,
Right.
that will really like make the game gel together better. A lot of it is like, we were talking about earlier, like the animatics and the VO, and some more of the like tutorialization at the beginning, and it's kind of like walking you through all these things.
We do have that cheat code that jumps you to the end.
And we do have a cheat code that jumps you to the end.
Wanna...
No way, we're
no,
keeping
all
that.
right.
Yeah, Chad's done a lot of work on the final, what we call the final
I was trying to think,
battle.
what was I working on last week?
Yeah.
And a lot of it's on sort of the end game, which is neat because it's all your characters are super powerful.
Because no one knows what happens.
No one
when
knows
you get
what
to
happens.
300 years,
Yeah.
and that's how. And we're gonna keep it there. But that is
All
in
right,
the game
all
as
right,
well.
That's good.
And the winning and losing animatics, everything's going to be in there in some form. So
Right.
it's like, this is not a vertical slice. This is not a like, just 1/3 of the game or just one level of the game. This is the game.
Yep.
Like this is the game. You are getting the game.
And because we talked about David Farrell, some of our systems engineers coming on to help Chad, so he can focus on the game. This will be for Windows only.
Oh, PC only.
Yeah.
Yes. We're we are at. It's kind of complicated. It's
Yeah.
kind of complicated about some of the like graphics upgrades that we're making to the engine, and like things that have been done on other games, like on Custom Quest 2. Some
Right.
improvements there are going to be rolled back into Seed, which is sort of like the Buddha engine master. Is that sort of like the way to describe it? It's kind of like the Uber engine that we branch off the various projects
Right,
from.
right.
So there's work that is done in a project like Custom Quest in this case,
Right.
and then we take the improvements that have been made there, put them up into the Seed, and then pull them down into Massive Chalice. And
Right.
those things need to happen before we can port it to Mac and Linux.
Yeah.
So it will be PC only when we ship it on the 21st, but it will be a complete game. And then shortly after that, the Mac and Linux build should come online, because that's like, our engine supports it. It just needs
Right.
those improvements first before we actually like get that stuff in there.
Exactly.
And initially it'll only be on Steam on the 21st too. I believe.
Yes, it will only be, the DRM free version will come later on down the road.
For sure.
Cool. I'm gonna jump into one thing we forgot to talk about are the voice actors.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I'm gonna jump into that right now. So our female Chalice, this is also, we're doing a little bit of co-marketing with Annabelle. So if you saw The Conjuring, this is in theaters now. Thanks, IMDb.
Yeah.
But this is her IMDb page.
We
This
totally
is-
planned this with Annabelle's agent.
We
Oh,
totally planned this.
We did not plan.
Anna Graves is the voice of the female Chalice, and she has been in tons of video games. We really liked her read the best, her like audition, and she has been in the TV show, the Clone Wars, the Star Wars Clone Wars,
Which was
and then
exceptional, by
and
the
then
way.
tons of video games. One of the best ones. I feel like people would recognize her voice if you played a ton of Diablo 3 and you have a female demon hunter. You probably are really familiar with Anna Graves' voice. And then also she did a voice for one of the soldiers in XCOM
No
and
way.
the Unknown, which is amazing. So I know that we picked the correct
Yeah, she's got a lot of great
the correct
titles.
voice act. Yeah, there's tons of games she's worked on. And then Simon Templeman is the voice of the main of the male Chalice.
Do you
I
ever
love his
imagine-
headshot.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that his headshot is split in half.
Is he like the
and,
fan
like-
young,
like-
like an
like
acid
half the
injury when he
Chalice.
was younger?
He's like half
He's
the
like
Chalice,
half the
yeah.
Chalice. It's
Maybe he had like an
crazy.
acid injury, like he's a fan, like,
He's like Two-Face, like the
yeah, exactly. That's for his evil
That's-
voice.
Yeah, oh my god, that's terrible.
super nice, yeah.
So he was apparently in James Bond Jr. And I mean, he works a lot in video games as well. There's
Look at
also, I've never heard of this series, but apparently it's on ABC called The Neighbors. He's in that, so that's kind of rad that he's like a TV actor as well. But a lot of it is just like video game work that he does. And hey, if you know Hadrig, blacksmith from Diablo 3.
Oh, no way.
They work together. It's kind of awesome. But yeah, he
That's
works a
cool.
lot, and I feel like I recognize his voice right away from. Let me search for it. Yeah,
It's really a great voice.
Legacy of Kain, the Legacy of Kain series. He does the voice for Kain, the titular vampire in Legacy of Kain. And his voice in his audition he did was very, very similar to the voice that he does for Kane.
Yeah.
And so we asked him to like
That's
de-evil
way back. That's like 11,
little bit.
11 years ago, Brad. and you
That's
still
crazy.
remember.
That makes me feel so old. I saw this and I was like, how is Legacy of Kain? And also, this is Legacy of Kain Defiance, which was the kind of like tail end of that series.
Yeah.
That's when they made it like a brawler, all Devil May Cry style, right?
Yep.
So like, if you follow it down, you know, Soul Reaver 2, he was the voice of Kain. That was 2001. That was Soul Reaver 2. You can follow it all the way back.
Chad was 58 in 2001. True fact. It looks amazing.
Like, we can just look for the Kains. So Blood
Let's
Omen.
look for the Kains.
So Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, the very first Legacy of Kain game, 1996. I graduated high school in 1996.
Hilarious.
And I feel like I'm kind of old. So I don't know. That's crazy. All right.
You like Moses
All right,
$5.
Brad.
So
enough talk.
Enough
let's
going.
hear it. Let's hear it.
Let's hear some stuff. We have some samples for you guys. VO samples. So this is the Babies one. This is one of my favorite ones, and I will just play this. We link to this in the update, but let's check this out. So this is the Chalice is talking. This is the very first time a baby is born.
The horns of birth. Cause for celebration indeed.
Babies have been born before today.
And it was glorious every time.
Crank
was
it up a
not?
little.
What, unbearable shrieking and
down?
smells that are even worse? That's your idea of glorious.
Yes, the horns of birth.
Sorry
Cause
if we
for
blew you out there.
celebration
Also,
indeed.
this is set to
Babies
repeat.
have been
Sorry about
born
that.
before today.
And it
Wait,
was
did I do that right?
glorious every time.
Oh God! See, I told you I'm totally an old man.
What audio?
We've got sound now.
We have another one. Did everybody hear that? Okay, was that fine?
I think so. They had
All right.
a little bit of an echo, but I think it. I think
All
it
right,
got
I think we
remedied.
took care of that. So this is when one of your heroes comes of age, the very first time that happens. This is a short scene
I
between.
remember the day I finished my training and set off for the capital. There was a lot of crying, mostly from the kids I crushed during my advanced gouging final. What a day that
I don't
was.
think I've heard all these.
It
I
always
can't wait.
arrives faster than one
So
expects.
Brad, you're starting to hook these up.
Oh yeah,
Coming
absolutely. Oh,
Oh,
there's
I
that
see.
awesome sound. Is that going through?
One of your heroes.
Sorry about that. Okay, so this is we have a bunch of little mini scenes that play when you start a mission. This one's kind of silly. I picked a lot
One
of
of your
silly things.
heroes looks a little queasy. Maybe tell them it'd be best not to eat right before a jump.
And now there's a turkey leg floating in our bowl.
Great. One of your.
That one's. I don't know why I picked like all the silly ones. I think it's because these like are just kind of more for flavor. We have a lot of scenes that are all about just like mechanically walking you through things, and I thought that those were a little bit drier.
Sure.
And we have this last one that happens when you win a battle. Like we have a bunch of random scenes that can play.
Call the cooks. For every pawn killed today, I want a roasted turkey waiting for that hero.
Just shutting the door on vegetarians again, huh? You always forget about the vegetarians.
Oh, excuse me, yes. Sorted salads as well, please. Call the...
And then he went into the Matrix. Which is
Can I
what
close the presenter? I think we're done presenting stuff. Okay, yeah. Any questions about that? I mean, I think that we have some images, like pictures that we'd like to share, but we have to clear it with their agents first because like they're actors and like they have agents and they're like professionals.
Plus
so.
that acid burn on what's his face.
Yeah, right. We
Yeah.
don't want to show,
Yeah.
you know, we can't show him without his Phantom of the Opera like mask on.
Not, I'm getting dressed still.
But they were so professional and so awesome. It was really cool. I like Skyped into the sessions, and the twins were there, and we worked with this woman named Chris Brown. Tim has, I think that she's done voice casting and directing for all of Tim's games, and that was super rad that like she was there. She's been helping with this whole process, like collecting auditions and doing all this stuff. So it went totally great, and I'm hooking all that stuff up, and it's just
Yeah,
It's
it's been
really-
pretty quick from once they do the microphone work down
Agreed.
in LA, right?
yeah.
Then splice it up into files.
Yep.
Send them all up our way. Then we start putting them in our sound guys start leveling all the
Yep.
balances. And Brad's finally starting to wire some up in the game. So
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
I know,
Let me
I
tell
know.
you how the producer feels about Brad coding.
it's scary to get Brad in the code, but it's neat as you're playing the game. All of a sudden, you'll hear the Chalice talking for the first time, and it's like you haven't heard that when you're testing the game. It just starts talking to you. And it's kind of cool as a programmer, you know, as anyone on the team, I think, to see new content that someone else put in the game that you weren't expecting or that catches you off guard.
It's super cool.
You look at the game, you know, what, 8, 12, 15 hours a day sometimes, and you think you've seen everything in it, but when it surprises you, it's always fun. And the voices are really good. Like they really bring the game to life in a way that we haven't seen. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
cool
it adds a lot of
design.
personality to the game because it's a pretty mechanically focused game, and so having like more personality injected into it through the voices. Is
Hey
really
guys,
cool.
while you're talking about that,
Yes.
Deep Wolf 79 asks, can you elaborate more about their personalities? The samples seem confusing. Is he over dramatic and she over PC, or what's the dynamic there?
Oh, so yeah, I guess these are not like the best examples of like their personalities, but the male Chalice is like older. He's like, mid 50s, early 60s, kind of, and he is sort of like like grandfatherly, and also more like sort of by the book, more like conservative, and then. I don't want to give away too much about like the backstory.
Then
as well
don't.
of
Keep it all a secret.
But the female Chalice, like she's definitely more brash and like more just sort of like she's more of a risk taker and more of See, it's so hard to like not give the backstory stuff that we like don't ever really want to explain about their characters and stuff.
Would you say it's more the acid burn problem?
It's I would say it's what?
Did she cause it, perhaps?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that she threw the acid on him, and that's why he's, only got half of his face shown.
Spoilers,
That's
perhaps?
how it works.
We'll never know. Right on.
Okay, cool. I think that we're gonna shut it down then.
I think we're good. Yeah.
If there's nothing else? Cool.
more
Thanks for joining us. So we're totally looking forward. We're getting everything prepped for this October 21st date, premium backer beta, where we'll get it out to you guys. Anyone who backed $50 or above, you'll get your code emailed to you, and you'll go to your Humble page and like download it on Steam, PC version.
Premium backer beta 2014.
I think that's just to reiterate that stuff. And we're super excited to just get all the feedback from you guys and start like digging through it and really start like polishing it up, bouncing it up, and like getting it out there. It's gonna be awesome. All right, Master Chalice Teamstream 27. We'll see you for number 28 in a couple of weeks, and that will be right before we send it out to you guys. All right, see you.
Peace out.